Attack on Titan, Volume 2, Episodes 7 through 9. I keep saying chapter, but they're actually listed as episodes, so this is Episode 7, Small Blade. This one is pretty action-packed from start to finish. The brief rundown of it is it's pretty much all about the remaining forces gathering together and seeing what they can do to resupply and certainly do the best they can to take out as many of these Titans as possible. This also is the chapter that Eren is reunited with Armin, and hasn't even until this point thought much about Eren, just assumes he's okay, and finds out from Armin that he was in fact eaten right before his eyes, and that he's gone. This triggers some flashbacks, and we see some of to what I was alluding to and talking about happening in the last chapter with the flashbacks, and Eren being choked and held against the wall by the third captor, and Mikasa, coming to his aid, and that kind of breaking her out of her shell. So there's some tears shed for that. She's certainly very upset to lose her lifelong friend, and it's but other than that, this is a pretty action-packed chapter. Everybody gets together and they pretty much formulate a plan that they need to get to the headquarters, to the resupply room. From fighting, many of them are very low on or have no gas to actually power their their waistband packs, whatever you want to call them, for those 3D maneuvers. So they basically just need to regroup and resupply. However, the HQ is under attack by several Titans. The larger ones are outside beating on the walls. There's some smaller ones that are inside, and of course all hell has broken loose. It's also worth noting too, towards the end of the chapter, that this is the first appearance of the, I guess you'd call it the abnormal Titan. Mikasa runs out of gas mid-fight and is, there's a Titan bearing down on her about to crush her, and all of a sudden this other Titan comes in and just starts fighting with him, beats the living piss out of him, crushes his head, and certainly that's how the chapter ends, but certainly we look at that and we think, well, what's going on with that? Why these Titans they eat humans, they don't eat each other, they don't kill each other. But at this point they'll take all the help they can get. So, as I said, everybody's trying to get together and formulate this plan to be able to actually reclaim headquarters and and resupply so they can do their best to keep on fighting. But the panels flow very well in this chapter. It actually breezes by just because of the sheer amount of action that's going on in it. You get a chance to actually see some Titans being killed, maimed, hurt, which certainly is good, because in the first volume, you just kind of felt like humanity was pretty much just taking it on the chin and getting their ass handed to them. So definitely a real nice welcome chapter as far as the action side of things. And I guess without further ado, we'll wrap this one up here, and then we will dive into Episode 8. Episode 8, Roar. You heard me. Roar! Episode 8, entitled Roar. This episode picks up right where the last one left off, with all of our heroes, our main characters, heading for HQ. And we also see this new abnormal or different Titan just tearing the absolute living shit out of several other Titans, which is really refreshing to see, because at this point you don't know what or why it's doing this. Mikasa is just staring in disbelief. She's confused. And but it's real cool, because there's like 4 or 5 pages straight of him just tearing apart, smashing other ones, beating the living shit out of them. The group gets together, and their plan is to try to get to HQ. They wind up getting to HQ because some of their fellow cadets, comrades, wind up getting trapped and getting eaten by several of the Titans, and ultimately their sacrifice allows the remaining force to be able to get by the Titans while they're occupied, and certainly it's a loss nobody ever wants to take, but I guess it's better than all of them perishing. So They wind up getting to HQ, coming, crazy Spider-Man style and busting in through the windows. One of the larger Titans, the 15-meter class Titans, sees that they're in there, and they're. And actually, it was kind of funny because in the panel, I wish I could put up a screenshot of it, but in the panel, I call it the Hitler Titan. It's just the way that it was drawn, but this Titan has, if I can find it here for you, everybody will probably get a kick out of it. This fella right over here, where is he? Yep, there he is. This little fella, he's got a Hitler stash. That's what it looks like. Now, upon closer inspection, I guess it's not actually a Hitler stash. It's just the shadow and the way it was drawn. But when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, there's a Hitler-class Titan. But at any rate, all joking aside, then the abnormal Titan, our hero of the day, he comes in and is able to pull them away from and kind of distract them so they can formulate a plan. They wind up talking to some of the supply crew that is sitting there quivering in the corner, and I guess this crew's job is to supply with gas or fresh blades or whatever to the frontline troops. They have not been doing that, so they kind of get roughed up a little bit for that, but they explain, hey, listen, there's like 6 or 7 of these smaller Titans, the 3-meter class ones, 3 to 4-meter class, so 9 to 12 feet high, definitely huge, that are in the supply room, and there's no way we just don't have the people or the weapons to try to kill them, so we kind of hid over here on this other floor. So the chapter, all in all, was pretty good, pretty action-packed. We still don't know what the hell's going on with this different or this abnormal Titan. We just know that he's kicking a whole lot of ass for us. He distracted and pulled away the Hitler Titan. And now everybody is trying to come up with a plan because now they're in HQ, but now they need to figure out how they can actually get resupplied and get down to that supply room where, as I said, there's 6 or 7 Titans, the smaller ones, but no less dangerous. So that's where they leave us at the end of the chapter, and we'll wrap it up and see you in Chapter 9.
Episode 9. The beating of a heart can be heard.
So here we are at Episode 9, the conclusion to the 2nd volume of Attack on Titan. This one was another one that was, like I told you at the beginning of this review, pretty action-packed from start to finish, and this one's no different. We last left our heroes formulating a plan, trying to get into the supply room, which is occupied by 7 of the 3 to 4 meter class Titans. They find some old muskets, some old weaponry, and I guess they come up with a plan where about half of the force will go down in this elevator, this open-style elevator, and they will all have a loaded gun, and when the Titans come crowding around them, as they inevitably will, they will each fire and blow off, shoot each one of the Titans in the face. Shoot and blow off, all those sounded like dirty words, and they probably were coming from me, but at any rate, so shooting them in the face is what the plan is. And before they can regenerate, because remember, usually about a minute or two they regenerate any body part, but they'll obviously be blinded by that, and then they will have 7 of their best fighters, warriors, that will swoop down and deliver a killing blow to the back of the neck, their only weak spot. So they execute the plan, and they don't execute it flawlessly, I'll tell you. They do wind up, the main force comes down, shoots everybody in the face. Sorry, I just like saying that. And then the 7 best warriors come down, and all but one winds up striking and killing theirs. They are able to take out that other Titan fairly quick, and there's no real loss of life. However, she just kind of can't get over that she was begging for her life to a Titan, a mindless Titan. The girl who wound up missing her strike on her Titan. So at any rate, we wind up then, everybody gets resupplied, and, the idea is now to meet up with the rest of the force, get over the wall, see if the civilians have escaped. And they see their friendly neighborhood abnormal Titan, as they've been referring to him. They see him getting his ass kicked and pinned up against a wall by 2 other large Titans, and they're biting him and eating him, starting to try to eat him. And Mikasa, basically says, hey, listen, we should go help him. And everybody's going, what, are you kidding? Help him. It's a Titan, And she says, yeah, but we don't know why he's been helping us, why this one's been helping us. And don't you want to find out? I mean, maybe it could be used as an ally. I mean, we have to find out why this one, out of all of them, in 105 years of this nonsense since they appeared, why this one is attacking the other ones. So, at any rate, by the time she's done with that thought and trying to convince everybody, this Titan winds up going and turning the tides on the two that are attacking him. He gruesomely just dismembers and beats the shit out of and kills both of them. And everybody is, kind of in shock again. And then somebody looks at Mikasa and says, yeah, help who? He doesn't need any help. Well, at any rate, then the Titan winds up collapsing, falling to the ground. Somebody says, oh, Jesus, he's burnt out. Nobody can run that hot or whatever. And out of the carcass of this smoking husk of a Titan, we wind up seeing who else but Eren. Eren, we don't know exactly what happened. The last time we saw him was 5 chapters ago at the end of Volume 1, and he had gotten a leg bit off, he had gotten an arm bit off, and he looked like he had been ingested by a Titan. So, I don't know how it works in this world. I don't know if you get, certain people get ingested by a Titan, and then you're able to somehow, I don't know if he was able to take over the Titan, become the Titan. We don't really know at this point. It's just kind of an aha, oh shit moment. Looking back on it, the Titan did look different from the other ones. Its facial structure, its hair, and everything like that. So I guess it's something that some people saw coming. I personally did not. It was a little bit later when I was reading this one, and it was definitely an oh shit moment for me. I looked at it and I saw, oh my god, it's Eren, So Mikasa grabs him, and the chapter kind of leaves you hanging, fades to black. So all in all, I think it was a great volume. I have started watching the anime for it just to kind of get a better feel for what's going on. I'll be putting up reviews on each episode of that as well. But I'm really enjoying myself so far. I want to thank everybody again who recommended getting me into that. Give a shout out to Everything One Piece. EOP is the one who really told me this was a good one to get into, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So I'm going to be doing some videos this coming week here and putting up some sketches and some drawings that I've been working on, from some of the different things in this particular series. So stay tuned. Please, if you liked the review, I know it was very long-winded. Tried to break it up into segments for you, though. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. I mean, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Spread the word and help bring more people into the nation, because that's what it's all about, ultimately. Entertaining people and bringing everyone together. So, we all got something a little bit nerdy or different about us, and that's what makes us special and unique. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will catch you in the next review for Attack on Titan Volume 3. Have a good one.
Hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And to catch up, if you haven't seen, on the left we have the Attack on Titan Volume 1 review, and on the right we have the Attack on Titan Volume 2 Part 1 review.